Here's a game that some people are actually interested in, some people haven't actually heard of in a long time or since their childhood, or they decided to actually play it now. A game that I'm going to show people today is a game called Battleship. Now some of you guys are actually familiar with this, some of you guys aren't. This is the whole point of this video. What you want to actually first know, oh, and by the way, this is like a rare version of the game, so, you know, don't really pay attention that it's going to look like this. You're going to get some Battleship games that open up like a laptop, or some that are just on a board or whatever, but the main important thing on this video is to actually show you how to play Battleship. This goes on for any other game or any other appearance that are available on Battleship that you can get in stores. Now, for all Battleship games on how to play, this is how you play. First, what you usually do is you start out with like putting in a quarter, or heads or tails, or doing rock paper scissors shoot. Whoever goes first, or whoever goes right here or right here, up to you. Decide who goes first. Now, once you guys decide on who goes first, what you actually do is you take some of the ships that you have, which is usually about 5 or about 6 of them. They all don't really look like this. They're like about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. But I'm just going to show you a basic overview, so it's just going to be one ship, so you can get the general idea on how to play this type of game. So what you do is, first is, both of you guys, you and the guy that you're playing right in front of, are putting up their ships. Now the thing is when you put your ships there, you don't want none of you guys to actually know where your ships are. Like, the opponent that you're actually playing with, he's, for instance, your name's Mike and his name's Paul. You, by the name of Mike, are not supposed to know where Paul's ships are, whereas Paul himself is not supposed to know where your ships are. If you guys, or one of you do, the game is over. That's the whole general idea, is you're not supposed to know where your ships are. So what you actually do is you put your ships here, you put your ships there, wherever, any place you want to put your ships at, as long as both of you guys know where your ships are. So, let's say I put a ship here, and let's say Paul puts a ship, let's say, right here. Now, here's the general idea. You see that you have like two, see these pegs right here, the red and the white? Well, what you do is, for the ship that you actually missed, which is this peg, or however Battleship games have you locate the ships, or whatever it comes with, but on this particular game it comes with a laser, which is usually on, but it doesn't have any batteries in it, but you get the general idea. So throughout the whole game, both of you guys who take turns insert this piece to try to locate where one of your ships are. So his ship might be right here, or whatever Battleship game it has an indication. Now, let's say that you inserted this, and there's nothing there. Apparently, you missed his ship. However the game works, if whatever's an indication to let you know where the ships are. So if you missed a ship, the game will tell you, or the opponent will tell you, like on the old school Battleship. If you miss a ship, you have to put a white peg right here. Give me a sec. Right here. You have to put a white peg, which is an indication that you missed the ship. Now, let's say, this goes for the same for Paul. If he tries to hit your ship, which is on this side, where he's... See, notice how where I'm inserting this, his ships are right there. And notice, when Paul inserts this, he's hitting my ship. Now, basically, the white pegs, like I said, are for what you missed. If you missed a ship, you missed it. Now, the white pegs, and the difference between the white pegs and the red pegs, is that the white pegs can only be used in this area of the game. However, the red pegs, they're used for 2 places of the game. Number 1, they're used in this exact area if you hit a ship, and number 2, they're used on this part of the ship, on the part of your ship that got sunk. So let me explain that easily for you guys. Let's say, of course in reality, you wouldn't know where Paul's ships were. So, in reality, let's say, you know, for instance, let's say you hit this. You know, you've hit his ship, and then Paul sees, you know, a light or whatever the game indicates, or however it's built, that, oh my god, he hit my ship. So what you do is, you take a red peg as an indication that you hit a ship right on target, and that's a sign that you hit part of the ship. Now, what Paul has to do is, on his side of the game, he has to take one of the red pegs and put it on part of the ship that was hit. Keep in mind that when you have all the red pegs on this ship, eventually, you know, if he finds out where your ship's at based on the pattern that he has on the board, you know, if he sees one, if he starts putting, if I, as Mike, put a red peg here, I'm going to start noticing, he has a ship here, so notice the pattern, so it's got to be a 5 ship that's here, whatever. Well, what's going to eventually happen is, all of his ship, every part of his ship is going to get sunk. Now, even though I put 2 red pegs on there, it doesn't mean that the ship is sunk yet. It only means part of the ship is sunk. However, the ship isn't fully sunk if you have all the red pegs on the ship. Give me a sec. If you have all the red pegs on the ship, and that's an indication that the ship is sunk. Excuse me, that fell off, but you get the general idea. So, the whole general idea of the game is whoever whoever's sunken in that person's ship the first time, let me rephrase that. Whoever sunk all the opponent's ships first, like if you sunk Paul's ship first, you win the game. But if Paul sinks all of your ships first before he sinks all of yours, he wins the game. And that's the whole general idea. So if you sink all of his ships, you win. If he sinks all of yours, he wins. And that's the basic overview of the game Battleship. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and start playing the game Battleship, get familiar with it. Thank you.